Hello everyone, I'm Ash. Welcome to my brand new YouTube channel and welcome to my living room. So in approximately 10 seconds, I've shown you more of my life than Meghan Markle has shown you in 5 years. Now I will say that this channel is my thoughts, my opinions based on research, common sense. So please do your own research before coming to your own opinions, but I'm so glad you're joining me today. Head of the unsuccessful Duchess. Well, when I was 11 years old, no, just kidding. I'm just kidding. The real reason is, let's be honest, Harry and Meghan will probably soon fade away into the ether, into irrelevance, whatever. And I didn't want to necessarily lock this channel into one path. I have a feeling I'll be interested in the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni case when that kicks off. But for now, my focus will stay on the royals and the former royals. While I was never a part of the Sussex squad or a sugar, I was a fan of theirs. And I bought the magazines. I was happy for them when they got engaged. I fully drank the Kool-Aid. I bought into the PR. I saved memorabilia. I would go out and buy magazines with them on the cover. I was a fan. In fact, I just unearthed this the other day out of a cabinet. Trust me when I say I was a fan. I kept this because I wanted a memory of this royal wedding. So needless to say, I ignored a ton of red flags there in the beginning, but I am not ashamed to say now that I was wrong about Meghan Markle. I wanted to like her. I bought into it. I thought she was a breath of fresh air. I thought she would be good for the monarchy, which I've enjoyed following since I was a kid, really. I don't remember ever a time I wasn't following it. I remember when Diana died, I actually visited the locations not long after her death. I was in Europe and saw the Paris Tunnel. I saw Kensington Palace with all the flowers still laid out everywhere. I mean, it was horrifically amazing to see just the amount of love that she garnered from people. And that kind of, that really probably lit an interest more. I feel like I grew up in that generation, so I witnessed all the teen magazines with William on the cover, and he was the heartthrob. I personally never had a crush on him. A lot of my friends did. I was all about Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Anyone remember him? I mean, he was my 90s. So, never really had much interest in Harry, but I was happy for him. I wanted him to find happiness and get his dreams just like William had. And I realized I was wrong. For me, this happened in 2019, and the Brad B interview specifically. And when that came out, and after laughing and having a grand time, and being on a royal tour, she washed off her makeup, tied up her hair, and gave her best Diana eyes and said, "Not many people have asked if I'm okay." I'm sorry, princess, was the 32 million pound wedding not to your liking? Was the wardrobe not good enough for you, considering it's more than all the queens in Europe spent that year on their clothing? I mean, are you kidding me right now? Was the future King of England walking you down the aisle insulting to you? The fawning media adoration? People loved her. I saw the crowds cheering in the streets. And you're actually whining about this. Steps from a women's shelter. On a royal tour. Are you kidding me? That's not what royals do. That's not what humans should do anyway, but that is really not what royals should do. They are there to shine a light on other causes, charities. They are not there to whine about their own privileged lives. That's not what they do. And so I was absolutely done with her then. I still gave Harry the benefit of the doubt until Spare. Then I just tried to largely ignore them both. I didn't know there was an entire community of like-minded people pre-Megxit that figured out she was not who she portrayed herself to be. I just tried to ignore it all. And then Where is Kate happened. I mean, I'd attempted to ignore the Markles for years. I had no idea how awful the Sussex squad could be, how they dox people and bully people and attempt to intimidate them, and all because someone dares not like who you like It's pathetic. It's so middle school. And they would write in letters and call employers and, you know, to tell someone in their business that they don't like Harry and Meghan. Well, everyone in my life already knows that I don't like Harry and Meghan, and they fall into two camps, which is one, they don't like them either, so we have a lot to talk about. Or two, they don't even really know who they are. They might peripherally know who Harry is, you know, used to be a royal and all that, but yeah, it's just, you know, people have woken up to them. So I got my first glimpse when Where is Kate was happening. And I would comment on an Instagram post because that's the social media that I like. So I would comment on an Instagram post, and it would be a royal post. It would be about Catherine William. And my post would get covered up with hate and rage and ranting until I would often delete it because of this toxicity that existed. But little did I know that was my first real introduction to the Sussex Squad. So I decided to broaden what I was doing and open my Instagram account. Initially, I thought about jumping right to YouTube, but YouTube's a lot more work than making just a post every few days. So I wanted to kind of test the waters a little bit. Side note, why does no one tell you how your brain is going to freeze when you see yourself or when you hit that record button? Because you'll see I'm looking all around my room right now. I'm not focusing the way that I should, and I apologize for that. But I feel like I'm back in college and a professor has called me down to the front for an impromptu presentation. It's just a little disconcerting at the moment. So someone please tell me that that fades with time, that I'll get better at this. So I do apologize. I am so sick of this narrative that we are not allowed to criticize this woman with valid reasons. Because 5 years ago, she fit some trendy ideal for the media. I mean, no. And the world has woken up to them. Do you think they're going to roll the kids out? Because I think they're going to monetize them this year. Absolutely. I'll be shocked if they don't. Will it happen at Invictus? I don't know. They do obviously need another PR push. And what better for, what would this be, 781st rebrand than to go with the family angle? So yeah, it won't surprise me to see them roll the kids out. I do expect it to happen sometime this year because it's been the worst year ever for these two, and we're only out of January. Yeah, it was, you know, Invictus starts to... Stop it! And those are my dogs. Say hello to, that one's Olaf, and Elsa is the one who just tried to grab him by the neck. Yeah, so this is my life, you know. Where was I? So, do you two mind? Anyway, but yes, Invictus is about to kick off soon, so, you know, more tragedies to come potentially, because what else is available to them? I mean, I guess they could do a new .com, or, I mean, they could rebrand ARO to be a Little Betty fashion line, I guess. They've tried everything, haven't they? And nothing is working, for valid reasons, because nothing's authentic, nothing's them. Everything, in my opinion, is lying or gaslighting or deceit in some way. It's just all about this carefully curated image that must be controlled. And, you know, people say you can't talk about the kids, you can't talk about the kids. Of course you can. These kids are public figures. Of course you can talk about the kids because, for one, they have titles in America. We don't recognize that. And we don't have a royal family here. Now, if royals want to come and visit here, that's fine, but we don't have royalty here. That is not news to anyone except apparently Meghan Markle. Yes, you can talk about them because their parents have made them public figures and their parents have played media games with them. I don't think you should be mean about the children. If you follow my Instagram, you know that. Harry, in particular, Harry hated questions about his parentage, and he's done even worse to his kids. You know, people are questioning their very existence, you know, and it's all due to these games that they've played. My opinion, they don't want privacy, they want secrecy. So if they want that, they can rescind their titles, they can remove themselves from the line of succession, and no one will care anymore. But isn't that Meghan's worst nightmare? That no one cares, that no one talks about her anymore. So, yeah, but that about does it for my first foray into video. To the Sussex squad who has made it this far and are just waiting to attack, here's what you can't seem to grasp. I don't have to like them. There is no law requiring me to like, defend, or scroll on by topics featuring polarizing figures. There's just not. Just because you decided to hang your hat on their many and varied and frequent failures doesn't mean that the rest of the world has to. Meghan, she chose this life. She chose to be an actress. She chose to chase a prince. She chose to spend millions on PR for attention. And congrats, honey, I'm giving it to you. Just what you wanted. But here's the catch. You can't control how I see you. So I don't care what your PR wants me to believe. I don't care that you don't like our First Amendment. I don't care that you were under the mistaken impression that you were American royalty when you're not. People have the capacity for independent thought, and I don't need third-party fact checkers or media sources or Meghan's 5 friends to tell me what to think. To everyone else, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you'll subscribe to the channel and like the video and leave a comment and all the things that YouTubers say at the end here, in case I forget anything. But yeah, I would love to get to know you better, so if you'll leave me a comment. When you caught on to Meghan's game, were you one of the very smart ones who saw through it, before the wedding even? Or did it take you a little bit longer to catch on? Or did you just notice recently that something's a little off? Thank you for watching, and I look forward to speaking more with you soon.